What's going on, my beautiful brothers and sisters in the body of Messiah? This is Walking by Faith. And I know I've been away for a few days. I've been going through some spiritual warfare and having the enemy come at me real hard and kind of make me doubt myself a little bit, which isn't nothing new. Because ever since I decided to pick up my cross and follow Messiah, this walk has not been easy for me, and the enemy keeps coming at me with everything he got. The funny part about it is that no matter what the enemy tries to do to me, no matter how much he tries to destroy me, he can't beat me, and that makes him upset. So when he tries to come and attack me and pick on me, and I resist him, and I go 10 toes down on him, he flees. But then he comes back with a bunch of his little demon friends, and then they come and attack me and jump on me even harder. The last time I experienced that was in my wilderness, and my wilderness was actually kind of crazy, because I remember that night that I went toe to toe. I went toe to toe with the enemy and his demons. They all ganged up on me and started beating on me. I was sitting in the back of my truck, and before that even happened, Abba Father told me to prepare. He told me to stop off at a truck stop and grab a few things, and without question, I did it, because obedience is better than sacrifice. So then I went and I parked at the customer that I was delivering to the next morning, and I got ready. So I got into the back of the bunk and I got ready. And pretty much from 7 o'clock that evening until almost 4 o'clock that morning, I went toe to toe with the enemy, and he was beating up on me, him and his demons. And I remember the way I attacked, or the way I defended myself, and the way I beat him was I was using Abba Father's words. I was reading out of Psalms. I don't recall the specific Psalms that I was reading out of, but I was reading out of Psalms. And the harder they kept attacking me, the louder, and the more I kept reading out of Psalms, until around 4 o'clock that morning. And I was so tired after battling with them for so many hours that I remember laying my head on the pillow, and I could literally feel my head going like this from them beating on me. But they didn't beat me. But because of what Abba Father has set me aside for from a very young age, I guess I'm a threat to the enemy. So every now and then him and his demons will come messing with me. But before I get too far off the topic, I'm gonna be reading out of Psalms, and the Psalms is entitled "Foolishness of Trusting in Wealth." Again, that's foolishness of trusting in wealth. So here we go. Hear this, all ye people. Give ear, all ye inhabitants of the world, both low and high, rich and poor together. My mouth shall speak of wisdom, and the meditation of my heart shall be of understanding. I will incline my ear to a parable. I will open my dark saying upon the harp. Wherefore should I fear in the days of evil, when the iniquity of my heels shall compass me about? They that trust in their wealth and boast themselves in the multitude of their riches, none of them can by any means redeem his brother, nor give to Abba Father a ransom for himself. So basically what that means is that it doesn't matter how much money you got in this world. You can't give any amount of money in this world to Abba Father as a ransom. I'm going to read that again. None of them can by any means redeem his brother, nor give to Abba Father a ransom for himself. For the redemption of their soul is precious, and it ceaseth forever, that he should still live forever and not see corruption. For he seeth that wise men die, likewise the fool and the brutish person perish, and leave their wealth to others. So in other words, it doesn't matter what you gather, or how much money or how much materialistic possessions that you accrue over time. You can't take it with you. Once you leave this earth, once Abba Father calls you home, you can't take it with you. You know what I'm saying? So, it's better to live in meekness and lowliness and whatnot, as opposed to living your best life, as some people like to say. Right now, Chelsi Bedell seems to be living her best life, but will she be living her best life in the next life if she keeps going down the path that she's going? I doubt it. But nevertheless, their inward thought is that their house shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. Nevertheless, man being in honor abideth not. He is like the beasts that perish. This their way is their folly, yet their prosperity approveth their sayings. Selah. Like sheep they are laid in the grave. Death shall feed on them, and the upright shall have dominion over them in the morning. And their beauty shall consume in the grave from their dwelling. But Abba will redeem my soul from the power of the grave, for he shall receive me. Selah. Be not afraid when one is made rich, when the glory of his house is increased. For when he dieth, he shall carry nothing away. His glory shall not descend after him. Though while he lived, he blessed his soul, and men will praise thee when thou doest well to thyself. He shall go to the generation of his fathers, they shall never see light. Man that is in honor and understandeth not is like the beasts that perish. So ultimately, what it comes down to is this: what good is it to gain all the rags and riches of the world, but to lose your everlasting soul? What good is it to get all the rags and riches and materialistic things of this world and paper and money, which doesn't even have the worth of the paper that is printed on, but yet, you have a lot of people that like to flash big wads of cash like they're balling, or that they're doing something. But it just clearly stated in the Psalms that once you pass away and Abba Father calls you home, you can't take it with you. You can't take it with you. So what's the point? What's the point of getting all this money while you're here, or all these worldly possessions that will perish, that will fall away, that will turn into dust, and that will perish and corrupt. It goes back to that one passage of scripture in the Bible that says to store up your treasures in heaven and not here on earth, where moss will be, or where a man can come and steal your treasures. But if you store your treasures in heaven, it won't corrupt. You don't have to worry about moss. You don't have to worry about it perishing. You don't have to worry about any man coming to steal it. So, you may be living your best life now, Miss Chelsi Bedell, but are you going to be living your best life in the next life? Ask yourself that question when you keep extorting money from your followers, and you keep having a bunch of different dirt being exposed. Now, I'm gonna tell you like this: I'm not judging you on your past, because we all have a past. I'm righteously judging you on the behaviors that you're displaying right now. You know, you have an unrepentant heart. You don't even feel the least bit guilty or bad for lying and extorting money out of your followers. Now, that is a huge problem when you don't feel any kind of conviction, or you don't feel any kind of guilt for what you did. But before I get into a rant, again, don't put your foolishness, or don't put your trust in wealth because it's foolish, because whatever you acquire over the time that you're here on this earth, you can't take it with you. So, with that being said, I love you as all my brothers and sisters in Messiah. Father loves you. Father bless you. Father keep you. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one.